Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to look at one of the titles that Jesus is called in Revelation 1, the faithful witness. So in the first few chapters of the book of Revelation, Revelation 1 to 3, we see over 30 descriptions about Jesus related to his beauty, related to his personality, related to the way he leads. Some of it talks about his garments, some of it talks about his physical attributes, his eyes, his hair, his feet. Over 30 descriptions of Jesus in just the first few chapters of the book of Revelation. But the description that I want to look at today, and actually in the next couple of videos as well, is in Revelation 1 verse 5, there's 3 different titles listed about Jesus. The first one is that he's the faithful witness. The second, he's the firstborn from the dead. And the third is that he's the ruler over the kings of the earth. And today I want to look at Jesus as the faithful witness. And we know the word witness has a variety of different uses. It can be used both as a verb and as a noun. When the word witness is used as a verb, there's an action as a part of it. There's the action of giving witness or affording proof, affording evidence towards something. So you can be acting as a witness to something. But another way that the word witness is used is as a noun. And this describes a person who's maybe an eyewitness or has seen information, has inside information that, you know, they're as a person, they are a witness testifying in court or testifying to something. And Jesus was both of these things. He both actively acted as a witness, speaking the truth, declaring the things of the kingdom, sharing the things that he saw his Father do, etc. And he was a witness in and of himself as well. He looked to see what the Father was doing. And as a witness to those things, that's how he shared them to the people around him. He was a witness, and he also acted out as a witness throughout his life. You know, him being a faithful witness, he was true to his assignment. He always spoke the truth related to whatever topic he was talking about, whether it was popular or not. He spoke the truth about God. He spoke the truth about humanity, about Israel, about the Pharisees, about judgments. He wasn't afraid to back down just because an idea was unpopular or it was criticized. He was faithful in the things that he was a witness to. He embodied truth in his life, not backing down for fear of repercussions. In fact, he ended up being crucified largely because people didn't like the things that he was saying. You know, he did miracles, but people didn't crucify him because of the miracles. He did miracles which backed up his message. The miracles testified that what he was saying was true. And people didn't like the things that he was saying, and that was why he ended up being crucified, was because they weren't agreeing with him. They didn't like that he wasn't politically correct and saying the things that were popular or should have been said. He wouldn't back down when speaking about judgment. He wouldn't back down speaking about negative things, even to people's faces. But on the other side too, he didn't exaggerate the truth, or he didn't exaggerate positive things. Everything that he talked about was truthful. It was accurate. You wouldn't see him, doing things a certain way to try to get more attention or try to gain favor or try to manipulate people. All of his words were true. Everything that he did was true. He was faithful even down to the most minute details of his life. And what I love about this title of Jesus as being one of the opening titles that we see about him in the book of Revelation is that if we know Jesus as the faithful witness, then it helps us in our reading of the rest of the book. If we know when we see in Revelation 5 the Lamb taking the scroll from the right hand of the Father and opening those seals, opening those judgments on the earth, if we know that it's Jesus, the one who is faithful, the one who is the faithful witness doing these things, then we can rest assured that he's not doing things out of, exaggeration or even opening judgments or proclaiming judgments of people out of a personal vendetta. No, he's faithful. He's true to the things that he said he was going to do. He does it to the measure that he needs to do it, and not more and not less. We can have confidence that everything that he's doing is right, that he is the definition of truth. He is the definition of righteousness, of love, of life, of joy. He's the one that gives meaning to life itself. He's the one entrusted to be able to even do these things, because we know that he's not going to take it too far. He's faithful in everything that's committed to him. Even in his personality, he doesn't have double standards. He's completely consistent. Now, I want you to try to think of someone you know who's completely consistent in all points and areas of their life. Their personality, their checkbook, the words that come out of their mouth, the thoughts that they're thinking. Do you know anyone who's consistent in every area of their life? But Jesus is completely consistent. He is truthful in all areas. He doesn't hold double standards. He is the most reliable person we can count on. And this is the person who's been entrusted with the title deed of the earth. This is the person that we see coming back in Revelation 19, and it says that his name is faithful and true. This is the person that we want to lead us. I want him to lead the earth. I want him to lead my life. And we know that Jesus, as the faithful witness, is the most qualified person to do this. So how are we to respond to this? Well, if we want to imitate Jesus, if we want to be like him in our lives, then we also want to be faithful witnesses. If Jesus stood for truth, if he was boldly declaring things about God and the kingdom and life and righteousness, then those are things that we also can do and take a stand for. That we wouldn't shy back from criticism or persecution just because we're saying things that are true. Jesus is the only way to the Father. Jesus is the only way to salvation and to get to heaven. Apart from him, there is no other way. And as believers, we want to imitate him. We want to do it in love. We want to confront in love. We want to speak the truth in love, but we don't want to back down from doing the things that we know are right and are true and are good. And I just want to encourage you, take this title of Jesus, write down the verse, Revelation 1:5, maybe in a journal or something, and maybe pray about it. Write down the thoughts that come to your mind. If you want to even get a little more creative with it, sing the title. Look at other places in scripture that talk about Jesus as being faithful, or him being a witness, or even other parts in scripture where those words are used, and write it down. Maybe turn it into a song or a poem, or however you like to get creative with it. But every time we meditate on Jesus as the faithful witness, there's going to be gold that we get to extract from that name and from who he is. And he's the living word, and he wants to meet us there. So I just encourage you, take the time, talk to him about him being the faithful witness, and I know he's going to speak to you. I look forward to seeing you guys in our next video when we talk about Jesus as the firstborn from the dead.